To a story now that gripped South Africans for months, that of former police officer Rosemary Ndlovu, who was dubbed the cruel aunty by Judge Ramarumo Monama when sentencing her to 6 life terms for killing her relatives and former lover to cash in on funeral and life policies. Sergeant Benneth Mabunda was the investigating officer who stopped the murderer in her tracks and probably saved many more lives by getting Ndlovu behind bars. He joins us now this afternoon. Investigating Officer Ntate Mabunda, welcome to the Daytime Update. How do you feel finally this case put to bed, but perhaps even more importantly, a victory for you and the investigating team?
I feel very great. It was not an easy job. And with the help of assistance from my colleagues and my management, I managed to investigate this case thoroughly until it came to an end. And I'm so happy because now she's gone for good.
I wonder, what is it that piqued your suspicions when you first saw Rosemary Ndlovu? What is it that stood out to you that made you feel that, something is not right here, there must be something to investigate?
Before when I went to one of you guys, I was surprised to see her coming with a bunch of policies, which that thing said, no, something is wrong. Then I said, no, let me investigate. And later when I called these people, I found out there were other claims she made in 2012 and 2013. That's why I said, no, this person might be involved in killing these people. And I started to collect everything, combine all of those until I nabbed her in 2018.
The fact that Rosemary Ndlovu herself was a police officer, did that not maybe deter you from investigating, or at least doubt that there's something there to investigate?
There were times whereby I said I wanted to give up because there were threats against me. But I said, no, I must investigate this case. I must arrest this particular person. Then eventually I arrested her, then I get conviction.
So tell me about the type of threats that you received.
The threats was, remember I red flagged her on the insurances so that when she killed a person, she mustn't get money. So when she killed a lover in 2015, we blacklisted the ID. So when she claimed the money, they said no. One company said, no, the investigating officer said, we mustn't pay you. He's still investigating. And she came to the police station, filming. That time I had to ask her, who told you that that they mustn't pay you? And she gave me the number of that particular company. I phoned that company in her presence and said, please, and told those companies, please pay her. It's her money. Then she left the office. Then after she left my office, I phoned them again and tell them, you know what, please don't pay that person, but phone her and inform her that you guys are still busy investigating. It's not him that said, we mustn't pay you.
You also mentioned that there were threats not only to yourself, but to your family members as well.
Yeah, there was a time whereby she said she wanted to kill my son and her former station commander's son. She planned this while she was in custody in Johannesburg. That was the reason why I even asked the court to take her out from Johannesburg prison to Rosemarys prison. And there I informed the personnel there by Rosemarys that please search this person every day and report to me whatever you found in your possession.
Talk to us about the process of investigating. I mean, it went in for quite an extended period of time. You also say that there were months on end that you were just allowed to slip by and actually do nothing on the case, only to go back to it later on. Talk to us through the process.
This case, it was a very, very difficult case. I didn't have any direct evidence. I have to circumstantial evidence, which I used. But of course, with, if it was not the informers, who, I mean, the so-called hitmen that she hired, it was not going to be easy to arrest Rosemary. But thanks to those people who came forward and said no. But what she did, she was not using the same hitman. She was using different types of hitmen. So she went to the wrong people this time, whereby they came and gave us information. And we made Section 252A entrapment until we net there.
Tell us about Rosemary Ndlovu, what type of a person she is from your interactions and from the investigations. We all know her from the other side of the screen, watching her during her court cases. But how have you found her to be? How would you describe her?
If you can talk to Rosemary, she is very much, she talks straight, very much manipulative. She's a sweet person, but very cruel inside. When I talk to her one-on-one, you'll see that no, this person is good. But when you take the other side of her, she's very much dangerous. And I believe that, and I still believe that she was present during the killing of all these people.
What makes you believe? What makes you believe that?
Look, if you can look at that Maurice Mabasa, it's only the person whom you are, how can I put it, whom you are close with the step wounds, 79 step wounds. According to the physiologist, that thing can be done by the person that I've been trying to take you out for too long, but now I got to. She wanted to make sure that that person is dead. If it was just a man, they should have just shoot her once, but for her, she has to stab her a lot, too many times.
So, like a crime of passion, you say?
Yes. I beg yours?
Would you call it like a crime of passion, the way that she stabbed him?
Yeah. I call it that.
The case is now done and dusted. But
it was not for the first time that she tried to kill Maurice. It was for the third time. First, she had a person, she booked herself in the hospital, and she phoned him at night and said, please, I don't have needs for our child here at the hospital. As he went out from home, then he found this person outside and pointing him to the fire and then ran away. Second, she burned him inside the house. The third time, then that's why she said no. She got these people, then she was present, then they killed him.
Wow. Now the case is now done and dusted. Are there any loopholes, do you believe, that perhaps were not focused on during her trial that you would like to bring up, for example?
Come again?
Are there any loopholes that you believe were not dealt with during the trial that you believe maybe should have been dealt with regarding this particular case? Maybe some things that she might have done that maybe were not brought out in the open?
No, the other thing is, it's not here only. When we started this case, I arrested her with another police officer, but that case sub judice was still going to court. She's still going to face a charge where she wanted to murder me, plot to kill me. That will be done at the Newzroom District Court. So, but that matter is sub judice for now.
Do you feel safe now that she is in jail? Do you believe that this is the end of it as far as the threats upon you and your life and your family?
Yeah, I feel safe. I feel safe, and as long as she's still there. Because I went to the prison today, informed them that they mustn't take her to any prison. They must take it. She must stay there at Rosemarys. They mustn't take her to Johannesburg, where she would, because that side she had access to have a phone, to do whatever she wants. So as long as she's still in the Rosemarys prison, I'm safe.
You know, there's so many South Africans who maybe have had loved ones or people they know being murdered. But their cases never reached the point where Rosemary's case has reached. What do you believe are the blind spots? Why is it that some of the murder cases actually end up not being solved at all?
For that one, I think this has opened eyes to other investigating officers to put effort in when doing investigation on the cases. Because yes, most cases are called by like this case I was investigating. There were cases which were lying at some police station, which I went to collect and proceed further. So this is a learning curve. I think we'll do better now as SAPS.
Thank you so much, Ntate Benneth Mabunda, investigating officer in the Rosemary Ndlovu case. Thank you very much for the work that you and your team have done, and congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Papa. That's Ntate Benneth Mabunda, the investigating officer in the Rosemary Ndlovu case.